Hi all, and welcome to the safety briefing video for the Wales Sportive. Thank you so much for choosing to enter the Sportive. We hope you have an amazing weekend. It promises to be a spectacular weekend, and this information hopefully will give you everything you need to make the most of it. First thing to say is everything you need to know will be in the race information pack that's been emailed to you. Grab a coffee, sit down, have a good read of that, make a bit of a grand plan for the weekend. I think that will really sort of help you maximize your enjoyment. Check out your junk folders once you've had notifications being emailed. Make sure it's in there. If you know you've entered and as you haven't had an email, don't panic. Head over to the race website and you can download it from there. So again, really important, everything you need to know is in there. If you can, please do not, unless it's urgent, email into the office, because they're mega busy making the final preparations for the weekend. So as I say, please try and find the information that you need if you can. Let's talk about the weekend itself then. So again, opening times and registration, etc., all in your information pack. But we open on Thursday and it's discount day in the expo. So if you want to bag yourself a bit of a bargain, get down there on the Thursday. Again, register on the Thursday. It takes all the pressure off your own event weekend. So that would be perfect if you can do that. When we're talking about registration, make sure you bring your photo ID with you, and only you can register, okay? Really important that only you can register. You can't register for somebody else, unfortunately. And please, mega critical for safety and insurance reasons, do not be tempted to come and register and then pass your entry to somebody outside. That's highly dangerous, and if we do find out, then there will be severe penalties for the both parties involved. Getting a few questions. Can you change your distances? Yes, you can, but at this stage it has to be done in registration on the weekend. It'll be clearly marked. You can change your distance there, so look out for that area. Event day itself, make sure you get there really early. Make sure you sort of plan ahead with your parking. On event days, Greenhill School will be available for parking, and any monies raised goes direct to the school as well. So that's a good spot to head for. When we start you off, we'll be checking you into the start pen. If you're bringing any gels and things like that, make sure your number's written on them. Just really important that we really look after the environment where we're taking part. We're really passionate about that. Then you go into start pen. Now, I would suggest that if you're a little bit anxious of the time and you need as much time as you can out on the track, I would suggest you get there early so that you're at the front. And then we'll be starting you off in small packs. Now, we are allowing TT bikes, but, and there's a big but, you must not ride in pelotons. So drafting rules apply. And please bear in mind that we have quite a few moto referees out on course checking out for it. And also with the live streaming that we have, there'll be race referees checking out the live streaming, all down to safety. So please, if you ride in a TT bike, respect your other athletes and ride within the drafting rules. When you're out on the roads, it's very important. Obviously, weather could be against us. Who knows at this time? So just please take your time, especially that first section when you go out towards Angle. Being totally honest, we always get quite a lot of slips and falls out there. I think it's because everybody's kind of fresh and excited. Why wouldn't you be? But just please make sure you do ride within your own ability. Really easy to get sort of dragged outside your own ability on an event weekend, and ride within the conditions of the road. Okay, so you've got some narrow roads out there. You've got some steep descents, steep corners, etc. Cattle grids, just ride over them as normal, etc. Okay, so that's what we would say, and especially if the weather and we get a little bit of rain, or it's really important. Those roads can be super slippy. Okay, so make sure you just ride really sensibly. There's plenty of places on course where you can put your head down and give it some welly, but ride really sensibly. Cut-offs will be strictly adhered to. All in your event pack. If you're worried about them, make sure you know them, but please don't let it spoil your event. Just keep them in mind. Fee stations out on course, generally speaking, we would suggest that if you've got any specific nutritional needs, so you want gels or bars and things like that, we'd say you would take that yourself. Everyone should start with 2 full bottles. And then at the feed stations, there'll be various goodies there, obviously water and some energy there as well. But we would recommend if you've got any specific needs, you carry them yourselves. Also at the feed stations are toilets. Please only use the toilets provided. And also litter, again, we sort of mentioned it a little bit earlier, but really passionate about where we deliver our events. So kind of doesn't matter where you are in the event, whether it's in a car park or during the race or post-race or in the bar, please make sure you put all your litter in the bin, or if there's no bins around, please take it home with you. We want to leave Pembrokeshire as pristine as we found it. Now, we run this event under what we would call a hybrid road closures. So the first thing to say is on any road closure system, you should always ride expecting the unexpected anyway. We do have vehicles on course for where we do have road closures. We have potentially carers on course. We have our own vehicles. We have bike mechanics out on course. So there will be an element of vehicles on course. Now, we are first of all running a hybrid section. Now, there's a section towards sort of the back end of your first loop and the back end of your second loop, dropping down into Wiseman's Bridge, Coppet Hall, etc. Unfortunately, many of you will be aware there's been a rockfall block in the tunnels which connects that area on foot to Saundersfoot, and they've seen a significant drop off in visitors to the businesses, the pub, and also that area. We kind of need to keep people moving because they're really quite cut off. So that way there will be a one-way system. So cars will share the carriageway, but they will only be able to go with the bikes, okay? But keep that in mind with your speed. And obviously we'll do our best to warn the vehicles and cars and things. Now, if a car does get in your way by accident, please be polite and courteous to them. They haven't done it on purpose. And it goes, you know, the local communities are at the heart of everything we do. They're part of the DNA of Long Course. And we're super passionate about that as well, okay? So please look out for them. Now, from 1 o'clock on your second lap, so if you've made that cut off and you're out on your second lap, again, we will open roads at specific times. There will be signs there warning you of the times that we'll open them. And after that, the roads will be fully open to cars. Now, again, community at the heart of everything we do. We believe the stage that the event's at and the amount of riders on the road, it's safe to share the carriageway, okay? So if you're at that stage of the race, then just please keep that in mind. Now you've all finished the race. If you do self-retire for any reason on course, you really must let us know, because we account for every single bike that starts. We account for you. You're finished. If you haven't crossed that finish line, you need to let us know. Okay, really important. We will have, you know, an awful lot of signage out on course. Make note, watch the signage, keep an eye out for the signage. Marshals out on course, keep an eye, you know, listen to them, and please thank them if you can, because they're out there an awful long time. And then, as I say, come up the finish line, take your time, chill out. There's an awful lot of people around that area. So it's not a sprint finish. Cruise down the finish line, soak up the atmosphere, where you'll get your medal. You can hang your bike up and go and have an enjoyable refuel. That's it for now. If you're doing the swim, check out the swim video. There will be a run video as well. And we wish you all the best with your final preparations.